sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Las Vegas, Nevada. The atmosphere here, electric. No matter the venue, the home folks love their silver and black. They are fired up as their Raiders get set to face off with the Los Angeles Chargers. And we are underway at Allegiant Stadium. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Now Jones. First down and much more for Henry. And he'll get this all the way up to the 42-yard line. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Jones throw complete here to Waller. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. With a lot of the media, Charles, ourselves included, starting to prep those MVP ballots, you wonder if last week's performance, which he admitted was not very good, if that hurt him at all coming down the stretch.
Less than 50 yards on the ground in last week's game that you referenced, and let's face it, if he has another game like that, we'll erase him from the MVP discussion. He won't even be talked about anymore. He has to bounce back with 100-plus in this one in order to stay in that race.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, 1st and goal. Throwing, Jones. And he's got it. And he is out of bounds here. A gain of 9 there. Sets up 2nd and goal. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it. They love it because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sidelines.
And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs with touchdown number 29, too short of LaDainian Tomlinson's all-time record 31. And the Raiders drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. And this is going to be returned from middle of the end zone. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Austin Eckler, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. A shotgun snap for Herbert. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
To throw again on second down, Herbert. And he rifles one incomplete. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when an ex-defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
But you're good at it.
Well, I try. All right, I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. And, Charles, part of the reason they lost last week, they didn't have a single sack. Well, they changed that quickly.
But did they ever? There was something they talked about with us extensively. They needed to get pressure. How were they going to get to the quarterback? Obviously, they schemed themselves into a great play, didn't they?
Now with a play clock at 4, we're going to get a timeout called. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Fielded at about the 28. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this.
This is caught inside the 15. And he'll be taken down deep into Charger territory. It's a big play there for Vegas. Here's Jacobs. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal?
He's crossing. He's checking ground.
Jacobs again. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs becoming just the 2nd player with 30 touchdowns in a single year. And the Raiders have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And it's now 14-0. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. On 2nd and 11 now. Herbert. He finds his man, complete. It's Black. On 3rd down, here's Eckler. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. A field goal gets them closer, but they say no thanks. We want the lead. Here we go on 4th. Herbert. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Both sides were holding their breath there on that fourth down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
Herbert setting up to throw on first down, eluding the pressure right. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked by Trayvon Mullen, and the Raiders are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Charger TD. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So as they take it over, we step aside. Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. And that one makes it 14-7.
Makes the score Raiders 14, Chargers 7. Daniel Carlson set to kick off.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Jones now throwing after the interception. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. They'll run right here with Jacobs. And he roams across the 20 to the 24-yard line. A good positive play there, 9 yards, but still 3rd and long. Well, this defense for the Chargers, they were terrific last week in the victory over Buffalo.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
And now the throw here is incomplete, and with that, we come to the end of the first quarter of play. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
Brandon White in punt formation.
Las Vegas sending out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. The result's not great thus far. A punt on the first drive and an interception last time out.
Now, let's face it, every team wants to come out on the field and play with some confidence, play with some tempo, play with some rhythm. And when you're making those types of mistakes, you're not getting any of that put together.
So what do you say, time to get back to the basics for them?
In a lot of ways, yes, but the biggest one, of course, is finding people who will take care of the football and make a few plays. You've got to have a drive now that calms down the entire team.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Now it's Herbert. He'll drop this one off to Eckler. No gain on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the Raiders' 37-yard line.
Herbert. Flushed out right. And that's into the hands of Eckler. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25.
On third down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
On the ground, it's Eckler. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Back to throw here, Herbert. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
Going to throw on third down with Herbert. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Mullen. And the Raiders are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. He exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And, Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball. And that one was picked off.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. Well, these two teams, they met up way back in the season opener, and it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. To throw on 2nd and 10, Jones. He's got a man on the crossing route. That's Moore. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Now Jones throwing on first down. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years, with the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
And I'm telling you, nothing will let up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and you know everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. The Charger drive about to get going. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Now a 2nd down and 6. Here's Herbert. He'll check this down to Hines. And some room to work. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 37-yard line. Herbert now finds Hines again for the completion. So he stopped for no gain, and that'll make it 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 37-yard line.
From the shotgun, here's Herbert. On the left side, Gallup's got it. Touchdown! Michael Gallup, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Chargers have made this a one-score game. They haven't fully climbed the mountain, but they've started the ascent here with that score.
I like that, right? I think they've left base camp now, okay? So they've started to move their way up the mountain. Long way to go, but at least they know it's manageable.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown.
Carlson set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And they're going to bring him down just past the 15, and a flag down as well. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Counter play with Jacobs. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So that penalty will back him up half the distance to the goal line. Now a give to Jacobs running right. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver, although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice game.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jones steps away to his left. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Dancing to his left, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Here's the Raiders punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt of 42. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. And with great starting field position and one timeout in their pocket, they could still come away with points here in the late going. That's into the hands of Donovan Peoples-Jones. Chargers going to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. On first down, it's Herbert. This is swung out to Eckler. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And it'll be a third and about 13. Herbert throwing again. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now the Raiders going to burn their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. A first down and more for Jacobs. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That last run good enough to have him surpass for his career, get this folks, 12,000 rushing yards.
And how about this? You're in shouting distance now of the top 10 all-time rushers in NFL history. And in short order now, you've got Thurman Thomas, Franco Harris, Marcus Allen, and Edgerrin James right ahead of you. He can zoom past them with just a few more carries.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. So we have reached halftime here in Vegas with the Raiders on top. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Chargers going to get the football first here in this second half, and they trail as we get back underway. And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half? On Herbert, his third interception. Picked up by Divine Diablo. And they will finally bring this run back to an end, but not before he's down inside the 5-yard line at the 4. That one is going to sting. First play of the third quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this third quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. And you come out of the locker room trailing, so that first drive to establish momentum is very key.
Crucial.
Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for second down.
Well, it's apparent the defense understands the situation. They have to keep them out of the end zone here. That's a great start by them. A loss on that play. Can they force them into a field goal attempt and still give their offense an opportunity?
Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. A give, it's Jacobs off the option. Yeah, he is marked down right about on top of that imaginary yellow line, but they say he's a bit short.
A gain of 4 yards. It's
On 4th and goal, here's the option. And not only will he not get in, he's going to lose yardage. They stuff him back at the 4. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Chargers hold tight down near the goal line. The Charger drive about to get going. And last time, one play interceptions, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 12. And good field position coming up here. The football at the 12-yard line. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Jones. And that is caught. It's Ruggs. Touchdown, Vegas. Henry Ruggs. His 21st touchdown of the season. And the Raiders take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead now up to 14. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
Herbert back to the air. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Black. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that can really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
Herbert on first down now. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off near the 29. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
3rd quarter from Southern Nevada. Here's a 2nd and 10. To throw again, Jones. Going back to Moore. This time he's got it complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Now Jones. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over it, and they got there to break that one up.
And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now, there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. Here's Jacobs from the gun. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Well, they certainly didn't appear to be fired up about their options throwing the football. So, to me, this seems like a case of just kind of taking their medicine there, run the ball, see if they can pick up something. Instead, they were throwing for a loss.
And Gay knocks this one through. So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from.
Looking up into the roof, and he muffs it. It's loose. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Herbert. He'll get this to Eckler. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A big gain that time for the Chargers.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
On 1st down, Justin Herbert. Oh, he stays up. But now he's swallowed up and taken down. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. A shotgun snap for Herbert. And his throw here is incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. So that maybe not exactly what they were hoping for, but it does get them back within a couple of scores.
And at this point in the 3rd quarter, you don't have much margin for error, and that means you can't have drives that end with nothing. Whether it's a punt, a turnover on downs, those have to go away. You have to end with a kick, either a field goal or an extra point after a touchdown.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Meanwhile, Jones' throw there complete to Ruggs. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Makes it 3rd and 8.
Throwing Jones. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. He's got a man, complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Alex Leatherwood, the Alabama man, called for the penalty there. So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? Looking to throw. Jones. He finds his man, complete. It's Jacobs. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. A big play there for the Raiders. 1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Throw right side, going to be caught by Waller. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he goes diving to get as much as he can, following a big gain. A nice little cherry on top there at the end. I don't want to make a story where there's not one, but he threw the 3 interceptions last week. Looked a little uncomfortable. He looks much more comfortable today.
Yeah, just 1 pick so far and his team leads. So now they can play complementary football, meaning if he takes care of the ball and his offense, if they're humming along, the defense doesn't have to be out there as long. He's taking care of his guys on the other side of the ball.
They're enjoying a 4th quarter advantage. From the 16, Jones. And he'll find Ruggs on the right side. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
They'll look to throw again. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
The key to any screen play is all in the deception. That means everyone on the offensive side of the ball. But someone gave it up because that one wasn't very well concealed. And the defense able to rally to him and hold him for just a short gain.
On 2nd and goal, here's the option. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. Back to throw. Jones. And he finds Waller in the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Darren Waller, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Charger drive about to get going. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Herbert's throw into the hands of Peoples-Jones. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Now it's Herbert. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. 2nd and 10.
Leads to 2nd and 10.
to the air again. Herbert. Sideline throw. It's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 45-yard line. Here's Herbert. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Now a throw here, hauled in. And some room to maneuver. And he'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. A big gain that time for the Chargers. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Herbert now. And this is incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Herbert. He's got his man. It's Gallup. And he is going to have the Chargers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to get...
And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. A great play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Chargers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14.
Chargers 24.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offense's sails, because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
2nd down, Jacobs once more. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards. An extra cornerback now in the game for the Chargers here on 3rd. Looking to throw. Jones. Flush to his right. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. That is an absolute backbreaker. That was a design passing play, wasn't a draw. You think you got him stopped, good coverage downfield, and he's able to pick up the first with his legs. Defensively, that kicks into your psyche and hurts a little bit, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and here's the thing. Anytime you give up a 1st down, it hurts you psychologically, but it hurts more when they get it this way because you've covered everything. He didn't have any place to throw the football. He takes off running and picks it up anyway, and now you have to stay on the field for an extra set of downs.
And really could have used that stop trailing here in the 4th. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to take another shot here. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Off play action. Jones. That's caught by Waller out left side. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
They go play action here on first down. He's going to let this one go deep. And incomplete on the deep ball. Despite the lead here in the fourth, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. To me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down.
A big loss on the play. Brings up fourth down.
Here's Jones. Throwing on fourth down. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play. So it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all good.